Select the one sentence that best meets the requirements of standard written English. As we can see, our choices are nearly identical, with the only changing factor being the commas surrounding Hilary Mantel's name. With this in mind, let's take a closer look at each choice. A. Man Booker Prize-winning author Hilary Mantel delivered a spirited attack on her critics after facing condemnation over plans to broadcast her short story. This sentence is structured a bit confusingly, so let's break it down. We're discussing Hilary Mantel, an author who won the Man Booker Prize. This choice places a comma before and after Hilary Mantel's name. In English, we only do this when the name in commas is the only one the descriptor refers to. Let's illustrate this rule with an example. Say George has one sister, Natalie. In a sentence, we'd say, George's sister, Natalie, works at the zoo. Here, we put commas around the name Natalie to show that she's George's only sister, and therefore she is the only relevant subject of the descriptor George's sister. However, if George had two sisters, Natalie and Louise, we'd simply say, George's sister Natalie works at the zoo, with no commas. The lack of commas around the name Natalie indicates to us that Natalie isn't George's only sister. Taking this back to our sentence, if we keep the commas around Hilary Mantel's name, that would indicate that she is the only winner of the Man Booker Award. We can safely assume that this isn't the case, as otherwise it would likely be called the Hilary Mantel Award. This being the case, we can go ahead and mark this choice off. B. As we've stated before, this choice is identical to the previous choice aside from the fact that it removed the commas around Hilary Mantel's name. As we just stated that this would be correct, as Hilary Mantel is not the only recipient of the Man Booker Award, this is likely our answer, but we'll keep an eye on it as we take a look at our remaining choices. C. Here we see a comma following Hilary Mantel's name, but not preceding it. As the rule we've been discussing relates to either commas on both sides or commas on neither side, this is automatically considered incorrect, and we can mark this choice off. And D. Here, we see a similar problem to the one we saw in the previous choice. Instead of commas on both sides or no commas at all, we see one comma preceding Mantel's name. This is incorrect for the same reason the previous choice was. In this context, the commas need to be all or nothing. This being the case, we can mark this choice off and mark our original answer, choice B, as our final answer.